Governor Kim Reynolds is back in the state talking about her 10-day trade mission to India. She was joined by Secretary of Agriculture Mike Naig, Iowa Finance Authority's Executive Director Deb Durham, and other city and state officials yesterday for a press conference. Reynolds outlined her 10-day trip, teasing a business that looks to expand to Iowa, along with other success at the city level. Reynolds also discussed the impact of the state's new hemp law.
And there's a lot that are being served here. I think I can get you the numbers if you're interested in it, the number of cards that have been issued so that they're eligible to get the cannabidiol medication that doesn't have any of the THC in it that gets you high. So no, I think all you need to do is look at the states that have legalized drugs and marijuana. If you want to see what not to do, there are some great examples in California and Oregon and Washington, and I think Colorado would be another great example of just what the outcomes look like.
Reynolds said she isn't opposed to looking at changes, but she doesn't make that final decision. Just a month ago, former Lieutenant Governor Adam Gregg announced he was leaving the office, and the announcement came right before Reynolds' trip to India. Reynolds elaborated on why she's still early in this election process and says when Iowans can expect a final decision.
Well, we're gathering names. Okay, I probably won't do anything until after the election, really. I found out right before I left to go on the trade mission. I didn't have a lot of advance notice. Sit down with different people that you think might be a good partner and, ask the questions and talk about priorities and what they think it looks like and what are some of their visions for moving the state forward and what are some areas that they're interested in working on. What are they passionate about? How does that fit into what we're working on? It's a whole host of things like that.
The governor also speaking about the ongoing port workers strike and how she thinks it could impact Iowans.
Well, it's going to impact all of us. I think they estimated $5 billion a day. That's the economic impact of it. And so, it's important that we have a president and vice presidents doing everything they can to get everybody to the table and to continue the conversation. I think it's a reflection again of what we've seen with the Harris-Biden inflation. That is what they are saying, that because of the inflation that they're experiencing, like every single family, across this country, every single Iowan.
36 ports from Maine to Texas are now shut down. The union already rejected a 50% pay hike, and members are instead demanding a 77% increase over 6 years. President Joe Biden called on port owners to resume negotiations with workers. He also warned the strike is already hurting hurricane recovery efforts.
This natural disaster is incredibly consequential. The last thing we need on top of that is a man-made disaster, what's going on at the ports. We're getting pushback already, and we're hearing from the folks regionally that they're having trouble getting product they need because of the port strike.
President Biden toured hurricane damage by air Wednesday. He is also deploying 1,000 active duty soldiers to help deliver food, water, and medicine to hard-hit areas.